over the next period of time, I'm just going to make small vignettes like stories. In our modern times, it's so dominant to talk about what's out to get us, conspiracy theories, aliens, bad entities, disease. We are a people who have forgotten that there are also those who come to protect us, to take care of us, to look after us, and to fight for us even. I suppose this is what I have gotten to know and be part of for my whole life. From the time I was a little girl, there was a voice, a being, that would say, "You're okay. It'll be all right. You're good." And I felt it as a being. I didn't collapse it into God, or I didn't need to know what it was. What mattered to me was that it was there. And we fast forward to the 2020s. And I didn't really think I'd be sitting here in my precious RV with my precious dog, with the sun shining through my rainbow kaleidoscope glass circle, committed to having this conversation with those who find their way to this page. My entire life, from the age of 19, has been committed to the awakening of humanity and to its remembrance that it is a beloved creation. It is a beautiful design of creation to live in a beautiful place and to be beautiful within ourselves and with each other. It was interesting from the beginning. I never ever thought that we were meant to be the way we have found ourselves being. I guess you could say I always remembered. So most of my young life I had a being that just kept letting me know that everything was okay. And I didn't know at the time I was going to be a mystic or a prophetess or seer. But if the shoe fits, wear it. But most of my engagement with these natures of creation that love humankind, and I don't know any more than that. I don't know if they made us or if there are emissaries of a Christian or Buddhist or Jewish or Muslim God. I don't know any of that. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? If you can be reached and touched by what holds you to be precious and what loves you and fights for your rights to live here in a beautiful world that very easily could be paradise, at least in nature, why does it matter what it is? And what has happened to us that we pay more attention to try to figure out what's going on than to be part of an experience of return to the beloved nature that we are, and to be part of the greater kingdoms of existence of which we are a part. Yeah, I knew what I was getting into when I realized I had to keep my word. I had to be faithful to these two beings, and even to the being that took care of me most of my young life, is to just call it the voice. because that's the way it works. That is the realm of the prophetess, the seer, the mystic, is to let the people know they are not alone, that they are being watched after and cared for, and that things move in strange and mysterious ways sometimes. But even though it can look like we've been abandoned, we have not. It was just that something really terrible happened here that skewed paradise. And I know. And I probably say it in every recording. Supposedly it's us. But then how come from the time I was a small little girl, I knew something had happened that was terribly wrong in the human mind. But it was not that the human was wrong, or that they were bad, or that they were monsters. It was that something had happened to their mind, which had cost them their ability to register and be present to paradise. So when I had that event, and that being, that generating, organizing, designer, creation, who came to give me a message, a very clear message, have them be not afraid. I just thought I would sit with you and speak to you and perhaps even benefit you in some way, so that through these challenging times ahead, that you can find a place to rest, a sacred space for rest and courage. And we could live in a prophetess's world. You know, we could be like in the desert, sitting around a campfire, or in a grove, sitting on the mossy grass, or on a ship underneath the bright stars at night, just being together. I'm not trying to teach, and I'm not trying to save you, but I consider it an extraordinary privilege and sacred devotional bond to be with these beings who came here. And I am not the only one they come to, but it seems that so many people that I hear are talking about the evil and the bad and the broken and the cruel and the despair and the victimization. But that's not where the corridor that I walk in my dreams, that's not where I go. That's not where I go in dream walk. I go to places that were part of the original nature, the original design of creation here. Part of the beloved of creation, this new little form that's working really hard to overcome the devastating collapse of the excitement and joy they had being born here, only to find that something had gone awry. So whether we're part of the mission or, I don't care. Not in this. In these little vignettes, in these little messages, I just want us to be able to sit together and know that there is that which loves us, truly loves us, really thinks we're fantastic, really thinks that we are a lovely, magical, precious being. Some of them are like warriors and they come to fight with us on our behalf. You read about it in the Old Testament. There's all sorts of things we could get into about that. But you'll see it over the next years. And maybe if I keep going in this conversation and keep spending time here, we'll do it together. We'll see the strange and mysterious ways that take care of us in ways we have lost our registers for, our ability to feel contacted by that which loves us. And I do mean that which loves us, not some imaginary hope that we're born of love like a theory. Because the minute you feel that contact, it's over. You can make it. You can restore your own internal paradise because you are part of something extraordinary and beautiful. Just because it got colored out here doesn't mean it doesn't exist.